So my husband works part-time at a funeral home, and he stopped by there to pick up his paycheck. We're actually on the way. We've been working in storage, and we're also going to drop by a few things to donate at Goodwill. And then we are headed to pick up a car part. He has spent a big part of the day taking a part off my car to replace. We're heading up to the parts store, and he stopped by to get his paycheck, and they were having a special thing today where they were serving free hamburgers out front for their 30th anniversary. In the past, he has normally been asked to come up and cook, but somehow they didn't ask him this time, which is fine. He's very busy, but hey, we're thankful. They sent us a free burger with all the fixings and chips and cake. Very thankful. They didn't provide drinks, so we had to stop and get some Sonic. I got Dr. Pepper, and my husband was healthy, as he usually is, and got water. Well, it's Saturday. It is hopping in town. They've put poles up where people can't go left, which is probably good. Whoops.
They won't get the lid on.
Yeah, I'm glad I had the lid on it. There went my cake. Look, it's telling me that I don't need all the sugar between cake and Dr. Pepper. That is a bit much. I haven't eaten at Long John Silver's in a long time. Growing up, we lived about 30 miles from a Long John Silver, and that was a special place we liked to eat as a family once in a while. I loved their chicken planks, and we would get what we called crumbs. I don't know if that's their real name, but it's basically just the stuff that has broken off the batter, and they'd give you a little boat of it. And I mean, of course, that wasn't healthy, but you know, I could eat stuff like that when I was a kid more, but they sure were tasty. But I haven't eaten at Long John Silver's in a long, long time, and it was a place that my older sister that passed away unexpectedly a few weeks ago, it was a place she really enjoyed eating, and I remember that she liked their coleslaw, and I do too. I may have to get some coleslaw from there soon in her memory. Well, it's the next Saturday, and we've been working in storage, and I've got a few books to drop by Goodwill to donate. The thrift store that we like to donate stuff isn't generally open on Saturdays. Appreciate how my hubby helps me. I didn't want to have the phone in the guy's face, so moved it off. This is an old auto dealership where this Goodwill is. It used to be west of here, and I remember going to the other, west of here a few blocks. I remember going to the other location with my mother one time when we were here in town, when I was a little girl. Oh no. Great. big laundromat. I remember going there as a little girl. We actually lived about an hour from here, but we banked in this town, so once a month or so we would come over here. This used to be, when I was growing up, this was kind of where all the money people lived. There's the new library. Well, it's newer. I guess it's not new. A lot of nice old homes. We went to an estate sale one time at that place. And there used to be an archway across the road here that probably said, "Welcome to Durant," or something like that. Right up here is where the old Goodwill was, but when I was a little girl it was further off the road than that. They've widened this road a lot, taken part of the parking lot. And here you can get on and you can head north to Tulsa or south to Dallas. Sunday, and we are traveling to see my oldest son and his family, and to take my brother out for his birthday. We're in a kind of a rainstorm right now too, but I thought I'd take this opportunity to kind of share some stories about my background and why I enjoy thrifting and reselling and things of that nature. When I was a little girl, one of my grandmothers, it was my dad's mother, she lived in Oklahoma City, and we called her Nana. She loved to go to garage sales, and she would write out path for garage sales. She would look in the Daily Oklahoma newspaper, and she knew all the good neighborhoods, and I loved it when I would go stay with her in the summers, and we would head to the garage sales. And she would find some awesome things, and she was not shy to offer them less. She didn't think the price was right. But so growing up, we had so many cool things that Nana had found. I remember having a light bright is something that comes to my mind that she had found at a garage sale. And then when I was 10 years old, my parents divorced, and when I was 11, my mother remarried. And one of the things that my stepdad did was he was an auctioneer, and he worked at a local auction barn a couple of nights a week, and he also did estate auctions, and that was really neat to go in and basically auction off everything that someone owned. And my two roles that I had is I would sometimes write tickets, which means I would sit there and keep track of what sold and what number it was sold to. And then I also would work sometimes when we did an estate auction, we would sometimes set up like a makeshift little concession stand where we just had a table and a crock pot, and we did like hot dogs and drinks. But then later on, we ended up opening our own auction place. It was at an old feed store in Hugo, Oklahoma. And part of the time I would write tickets, keep track of that. But then a lot of times I would be in the concession stand, and just the same thing. We would just serve very basic drinks, chips, hot dogs, those kinds of things. And it was a family affair. My older sister helped, just me and my mother and I. My brother would sometimes do what they called work the table, and he would be up there holding things up, you know, that were being auctioned up. And it was a real neat thing. And so that was the beginning of me becoming interested in old things, thrifting, buying and selling, getting a good deal. And anyway, I just thought that was a little bit of my background that I would share with you guys. Hello, everybody. I was going to show you guys one more thing that I bought that at the thrift store that I showed when I got the big frozen sleigh for my granddaughters, and where I discussed some of the books that my sister that recently passed away had liked. I also got this sign there, and it says, "And so the adventure begins." It was only $2, and I really like it to go with my rose vase that my kids got me at some point. But anyway, we had a busy week last week. As you guys know, my sister passed away very unexpectedly on July 4th, my older sister, and it just all the time I come across things that make me think of her. But my aunt was in Colorado and had made some family commitments there with her son and was not able to make it to the funeral. And so last week, she and my cousin came down to see all of us. They live in Oklahoma City. And so my cousin sent me some photos of when we went out to eat. And so I will add those at the very end of the video. And then, as you just saw in the video this weekend, we went up toward the Tulsa area to be with my son and his family, and also to get to see my brother, my older brother, for his birthday. But I was going to share some things with you that I've just got listed to sell on eBay, and I'm just going to show them in the order that I've listed them. I've had this book before and sold it. It doesn't sell for a large amount, but this was, as I told you, I've been going through a lot of things that I have in storage, and this was in storage. A couple of years back, one of my sons and daughter and I went over. A lady at Sepulpa was giving away a whole bunch of free books, and I'm pretty sure that this book was in it. This isn't a book that I would probably buy for resale. At this point, it does sell quickly, but it doesn't sell for a whole lot. But since I did have it, I was going to go ahead and list it. And I listed it for $9.99 plus shipping. And then you guys saw this. I got this, if you watched my estate sale video, I got this at the estate sale, and it was $2. And I had thought, you know, there was this chance it might be the right size for our refrigerator, but it wasn't. And so I have listed this to resell. It's new and sealed, and I listed it for $9.99 plus shipping. The same thing with this. This is some of that vintage makeup that I got in the climate control storage unit, and I just listed it for $9.99 plus shipping. And then this book I got at the library sale that we went to. My husband and I went to. That's in the Duncan video we went to with one of our sons, and it was fill a bag for $5. And even though this was in the library, it does not have library markings, and it's a vintage book. The date was from the 50s or 60s, I believe. It's just different writings. And I think, it was 1954. And I listed that for $15 plus shipping. All of these prices that I put are based on research that I've done. And then these books, these are the Letter People series. I did not ever remember hearing of this, but these are really sought after online, and they're vintage books and vintage hardcover books. I have the one for letter I, letter O, and letter V. Um, there's a set of an almost complete set, not quite complete set, for sale for several $100s. But based on research of what these are selling for, I listed the 3 of them for, I believe, $39.99, with the thought that I could go down just a little if someone's watching. I could offer them. But they're really cute books. And then this is more from the climate control storage unit that was full of vintage cosmetics. Now the boxes have some staining on them and some wear. But I listed the 5 lipsticks. One of them has a little sample nail polish. These are Revlon, the color of ice. And I listed the group for $39.99 plus shipping. And then this is probably the most interesting thing. These are sealed, brand new Benica breath sprays. All kinds of ones. And there's also ones that are not the Benica brand. They're called ice drops. There's 21 total. These in particular are really neat. And you guys can look these up yourself on eBay. You'd just be amazed at what they sell for, individually and in sets of 2 and 3. And I have a total of 21 of them. And I have listed them for $299.99 plus shipping. Of course, I can go down a little bit from that. But these right here, this particular kind, are selling for $35 to $40 each online. That just doesn't even make sense to me. But they must be really good stuff, or it's another one of those things that it's collectors, because this exact design, it's discontinued. They don't make this design anymore. They do still have this flavor, but the packaging looks different. And then I had told you guys that on a future video we would finish up that book that we were looking at. These were books that were in my climate control storage unit that I have, and it's books from the Encyclopedia of Collectibles, and this is the letter B book, and we went through the first half of it the other day on video. But this section happens to be about books, which, if you guys have watched very many of my videos, you know that I am a book lover. So we're going to kind of go through this real quickly and see some of the neat books. These books are old books about New York, and books about the Plains Indians, and birds and sports and fox hunting, medicine, science, 19th century classics, which are books that I really enjoy. Have you guys read any of these? Emma is a well-known title. Now, when I was in 11th grade in English, we read The Scarlet Letter and studied it, I think, for about a whole 9 weeks. And I thought it was really a good book. That's a lot of classics. John Steinbeck, of course, is a well-known author. And I've read this book. Mark Twain's one of my favorite authors. Life on the Mississippi, that's a good book. Of course, The Call of the Wild. My husband likes those type books. They make me think of the Gary Paulson Hatchet series books. My husband studies some of those with his students at class. He teaches middle school. The Grapes of Wrath. My friends that I grew up with say that this was the book we studied in 10th grade. which I do not remember at all. I mean, of course, I'm familiar with the book, and for one thing, it takes place, part of it, in my state of Oklahoma. Farewell to Arms is a real well-known title. And then I thought there was another Mark Twain. I really enjoy Mark Twain books. I enjoyed, you'll see it in one of my Indianapolis videos that when we were heading to Indianapolis and we went over the Mississippi River, and I really enjoyed getting to see that. And I enjoyed through my lifetime reading lots of books by Mark Twain, and many of which are set on the Mississippi River. Okay, this section is botanicals. My daughter has just some gorgeous botanical art that looks like this that she has up on her walls in her room. So pretty. My daughter-in-law has a green thumb, and she would probably be able to tell the names of a lot of these plants just by glancing at them. She's very knowledgeable on plants. And then this one, I don't know about you guys, but I just absolutely love old bottles. These colors are just like a smoky, they're smoky looking, but yet they're so vivid. So pretty. Really like them. Boy, isn't that blue pretty. And, you know, a lot of this at the time was just considered trash to people. And that's why you'll find them, you know, in old trash, old dump piles where people, you know, would throw their things away. They were just everyday household items, but now they're just so beautiful. Boy, look at that one. Oh, look at those. Aren't those pretty? Love them. These ink bottles are pretty too. Of course, this kind of makes me think of Avon. You remember when Avon used to release a bunch of their colognes in different cool bottles. Boxes. I like these too. I especially like little wooden boxes. Aren't those pretty? And I had an alabaster box that my stepdad had to take a trip when I was growing up to do with work, I believe, to Colorado, and he brought me home an alabaster box, and I do not know what happened to it. Well, for one thing, the family home burned, but I had misplaced it before then. I don't know what happened to it. Aren't these pretty? Little jewelry boxes. Boy, so pretty. Such talented artisans. And then that's the end of the book, and we'll look at a different one on a different video. Get it coming the other way. I haven't done that. That'd probably be good.
Did you know by, I think, 29, 30, they're supposed to have us at the new bridge built?
Yeah. It's going to be weird. This has been here my whole life.
And they're tearing this one down.
Wow. I wish they'd just leave this one and make it.
Right.
Make it
But
this.
David Willard said that it was going to cost a lot of money to just keep it just for foot traffic or whatever. He said,
Well, yeah.
wasn't worth the
What
price.
I was going to say is make it four-way, like this one. Maybe be the westbound. This would be westbound only, and the other one be eastbound only, because there's been so many fatalities through the years with head-ons and such.
Probably what they're going to do is, I'm guessing, they're going to leave the rock part over there and probably put parking places, maybe even put like a fishing dock out on there, you know.
That'd be nice.
Are they building? That's a house right there. Look, Tammy, right on the edge. Can you see the pillars they're putting in the side? Right over there to the edge.
Didn't see it. This, they've topped this hill off to be able to build some things. Bless you. This used to be a golf course, and then it had grown all up, and now they've built a new Chickasaw casino and a bunch of very nice homes, and so I'm curious to see if they're going to build more homes here or not. This is at the Catfish Bay area on the west side.
It's called West Bay Casino.
West Bay Casino, but it's on the west side of Lake Texoma.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, though. I mean, you can kind of see how it used to look like a golf course.
Yep, now they need to get some landscaping done and plant some trees, because
I don't know why they would take out the old trees, though.
Yeah.
They left some of the old ones.
well, because they did dirt work and things, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I always hate to see the big old trees get torn down. So my husband and I both grew up coming out to this area. Right over here, there used to be some little cinder block cabins that I remember staying in when I was a little girl. And there's a swimming beach down this way. But I heard some of the older ladies at church last night talking that they come out here twice a week to swim. So maybe here in a little bit we can go by the Catfish Bay RV park and swimming area.
Well, actually, you really can't. Days I'm gonna we're gonna walk on this trail.
Yeah, we haven't walked on that in a long time. And here's where we used to bring our kids to swim, and also when my husband was a youth pastor, we would bring our youth here to swim. What's wrong, Levi? Driving, trying to get our grandbaby asleep. He's very tired and needs a nap, and he's fighting it. W-X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Is he asleep? What's wrong? Are Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Those are new. They're new to me anyway. Do we need to sing more?
Morning bells are ringing.
This is where
Ding, ding, dong,
Rooster Creek
ding, ding, dong. Are you
and what Texoma connect.
Brother John, Brother John, morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. This place to the left goes completely dry whenever it's really dry weather. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Did it push over our house pretty easily? Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding, 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 dong, ding, ding, dong.
A lot of construction about to go on out here. Brother John, morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Nice golf course over there. And used to, you couldn't see all this water from here. They just recently topped off the hill there, and they're going to be building homes and such. Or I've heard condos too. We'll see.